Before I get started with this live lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kodash. Once again, double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that ruled well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. Shalom. This is your brother Kawas. Hold on, Bear. You know what? Let me take this Bluetooth off, Salak. Bear with me. Let's see here. There we go. Bear with me. The Tommy. So, yeah, like I said, double honors to the apostle and elder bishop of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that ruled well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. It's your brother Kawas coming to you with another lesson in this truth, 24/7, 365. Once again, Israel, this is what I do to get you in the mood. Kwam Nasharallah, Rise, Israel. We got next, baby, any day now, guaranteed. Can't wait, book it. The two most important things you will ever know as a Hebrew Israelite in this knowledge and this truth is the name of our power, which is Yahweh, and the name of his son, which is Yahweh Shai. Esau Edom, E-S-A-U. Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He's not white, but he's red. He's our red, sinister, Hebrew, big brother enemy, Esau Edom. We are Jacob of the Bible. The spirit is still on me yesterday. Salaki, the spirit is still on me this morning, this day, from camp yesterday, GMS Los Angeles, under the leadership of Elder Mawatazak. The spirit is still on me from camp yesterday. And so I just want to go on the mic real quick and talk about these gas prices. I'm not going to get too much into the hantavirus right now. I got to get a little bit more information about what's going on with that. But we know that it's a pandemic. We know that Esau Edom, a so-called white man, is full of distraction and deception. So this hantavirus, this norovirus that was on a ship in Florida yesterday is a distraction from the high gas prices. It is a distraction from America with a triple K, modern day Egypt, modern day Nineveh, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, modern day Basra, modern day Timon is in a downward spiral. America with a triple K is circling the drain. So this norovirus, this hantavirus, these two viruses, these two pandemics, is a distraction from the depression, the recession, the gross darkness of the people here in America, to distract them from these high gas prices and the cost of living. So that's why I titled it Depression Indicator. So I'm gonna show a couple clips of depression indicators. Lord willing, is edifying and to the point. Preferably I'm praying for you. My preface precept is in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 39. And it reads, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. That was the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 39, in the Apocrypha. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, Copyright Act of 1976.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Let's get to, let's see, is this the one I want? Bear with me. Let me see, is this the one? Yeah, let's do this one.
I'm at the point where I'm about to pick the smallest, countryest town and just up and move. Like, there's no reason why I should have to work 2 jobs to barely be able to survive in Atlanta.
Rent should not take up, a big portion of your monthly earnings. how is everyone affording life? Real question.
So people feel like they're falling behind. But then I saw this. Over half of people are living paycheck to paycheck right now. So it's not just you, it's everybody.
How are people surviving these days? Because anytime I get on this app, I see people apartment hunting NYC basically saying it's hard for them to even find an apartment under their budget. I mean, I've seen some people saying one bedrooms going for over $7,000, which I think is insane. I even saw one where it's like $11,000 for one bedroom. There is just, I'm sorry, there's no way in the world a one bedroom cost $11,000 to rent. That's just too damn much. And then go on LinkedIn, you see a bunch of people saying, open to work, just been laid off, everybody getting fired, so nobody got jobs, and anyone with the job can't even afford to live. I mean, something gotta be done, because at this point, it's becoming the have and have-nots, and the have-nots is becoming bigger, and the haves is becoming smaller.
I just want to cry right now. I stopped after work to BJ's, right? Just to get the essentials, milk, eggs, bread, stuff like that. Stuff for lunch, for work. Some snacks. This bill was almost $300. $300. I almost died at the register. Then I had to get gas. And the gas is $4.59 in my town. So between food and gas, like, what are we doing? Who is in charge of this bullshit? Who? Because I didn't sign up for this. Did you sign up for this? Because this is insane.
When I was in my early 20s, I would say I was like 23 years old. It was just my son and I at the time. I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It was 1,162 square feet, 3rd floor, valet trash. Okay, valet trash. Beautiful water view, screened in balcony. I was paying $798 a month. Oh, washer and dryer was included as well. Washer and dryer was included in my unit. Updated appliances, hardwood floors. And this was in 2013, 14. Yeah, 2013, because my son was turning 1 when I moved into that apartment. So yeah, this was 2013, 2014. My rent was $798. $798. That same exact apartment today in 2026, and I went and looked at the pictures. The apartment looks the exact same. It doesn't look like they've done anything to it that from 2013. And that same apartment is now running you anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600 per month, depending on where the unit is located on the property.
God bless. Have a good morning. Listen, man, the cost of living is so high right now. It's no longer just money.
Unit is located on the property.
Listen, man, the cost of living is so high right now. It's no longer just money pressure, man. It's mental pressure too. So my lease is up in 2 months, and I'm sitting here doing the math like, do I stay where it's cheaper, or do I level up and struggle even harder just to get that peace of mind? And like, that's the part that nobody talks about, right? Because it's not just your bills. It's not just rent, man. It's that mental pressure of knowing that your environment that you're in right now isn't safe, but your wallet isn't ready for the upgrade yet.
Let me comment on that. I'm putting this up raw. Let me comment on that. I got preachers already lined up. I'm gonna probably end up bringing them back out again. Let me grab this one. That's pretty familiar. You know what? No, let's go back to the preface precept. Let's get it. He said it's a mental pressure, and so the so-called white man is putting pressure on everybody on planet Earth. That's his job. Remember John, 10 and 10? He come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's mental gyration, mental anguish. Let's go back to my preface precept to back up what the bro just said about it's a mental pressure as well. In this generation, it was an article I found this morning that said 80% of this generation is stressed out. They're overwhelmed, they're overworked and underpaid. They're stressed out. Remember, this generation of, I'm young, but a lot of you guys are younger. This generation, stress is normal. When I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, stress wasn't normal. In this generation, stress is normal. But now it's not just debt stress, right? Being in debt like it was before this gas prices before this war, before DJT got in office, Nero 47 got in office. Now it's not just debt, it's mental anguish, mental depression. People are being laid off, AI taking jobs, no one's working. It may be in this one of these videos I play, but it says they call it a recession indicator. I call it a depression indicator. They said one of the recession indicators is that there's a lot of people at the gym. Now, I have a client that I take care of. He's my buddy. I mean, high school buddy. I've been taking care of him for a while now. And we go to the gym, right? And we go to the gym maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon during a weekday, and it'd be packed. I mean, at least 50% packed. Wait a minute, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why aren't people at work? My rib said she went to Marshall's on one of her days off, like around 11 a.m., and it was packed. Why is Marshall's packed at 11 a.m. on a weekday? Why is the gym packed at 1, 2 in the afternoon on a weekday? Because people are unemployed and have nothing to do, and they're stressed out. Let's get that to back them up. We'll get back to the video. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 39 again. Even so shall the plagues be slack. Plague is a weapon. It's stress. Plague is depression. Plague is recession. Debt is a plague. Being broke is a plague. High gas prices is a plague. High food prices is a plague. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. Across the whole globe, there's other countries they're already out of gas. There was an article I brought out where, where would I find that at? Remember, I'm putting this up raw. I think let me see if I can see real quick. Bear with me. I think I still have it. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Let me type it in. Now, I'm not quite sure where I got the article from, but let me type it in. This is the Washington Post. Washington Post, right? Let me type it in. It says, Washington Post, Iran war is crushing. Let me get it. Iran war is crushing. That should be enough. Let me see. Bring it up. Right. Here it is right here. The Iran war. This was dated yesterday. Well, you know, you got to pay for everything, but let me see if I can get this. But anyway, it says the Iran war is crushing Asia's farmers, threatening global food. You see? So 2nd Esdras 6, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, not just here in America, also around the whole globe. And the scripture says the Most High, he will begin to visit the world that he made. Let me get that real quick. And I'll get back to the video. He will begin to visit the world he made. Second Esdras 9, verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth. Is this what I want? Bear with me. No, this not. I don't want Genesis. I want 2nd Esdras. Salakia. But what was that? Hold on. Right. Yeah. I don't know what it went to. Why is it going to Genesis? I want 2nd Esdras. That's a demon. Let me get it. 2nd Esdras 9 in the Apocrypha, verse 2. Second Esdras 9, verse 2. Right. Let's start from verse 1. My point is in verse 2. 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. My point is in verse 2. I'm in the Apocrypha. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we are measuring the time diligently through the scripture. We use the Bible, we use the prophecies to measure the times diligently. See, we use the scripture, the prophecies, the breakdowns to measure the time diligently. We also use our phone. We also use our computer, our laptop, the other type of what is it called? Not social media, but alternative news to measure the time. We don't deal with NBC, Fox, ABC, because they tell lies. We go to alternative news to measure the time. So we measure the times through the scriptures, through the Bible, through the prophecies, through alternative news, through our laptops, through our phones. 2 Ezra 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when you see part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, here's my point. 2 Ezra 9, verse 2, then shall you understand, comprehend. This is what 2/3 Negro, Christian, Latino backsliders don't do. They don't comprehend. They don't understand the prophecies, the breakdowns, the measuring of time. They hope America gets better. They hope we get out of this. Then shall you understand that is the very same time. We are in that very same time now, wherein the highest, who's the highest? His name is Yahweh. Who is the highest? His name is Yahweh. His son is Yahushua. And they're melanated men with beards, afros, and attitudes, wherein the highest, Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what you Christian, 2/3 Negro, Latino backsliders, prosperity gospel lovers, America with a triple K lovers, you refuse to accept the fact that the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushua is beginning to visit through plagues, pestilence, insufficiency, lack, manufactured famine, war. He's beginning to visit the world which he made, not the world that Esau, Edom, a so-called white man. You didn't make this world, Esau, Edom. Back to 2 Ezra 16, verse 39. Even so shall now, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Back to the video. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is.
It's not just your bills. It's not just rent, man. It's that mental pressure of knowing that your environment that you're in right now isn't safe, but your wallet isn't ready for the upgrade yet. And it's not that people are lazy, man. People are just trying to survive things that sometimes don't got easy answers. So it's like, now what do? Right? Do you stay somewhere where you hear things that you shouldn't hear, right? You're seeing things that you shouldn't see just to keep a roof over your head? Or do you risk it all, man? Do you risk it all, stretch yourself thin just for a chance of peace? But listen, I'm going to be real with you, man. Don't get used to surviving, man, because that's when you stop fighting for better. But I need y'all to be real with me. Which one are you choosing? Are you choosing safety or are you choosing affordability?
I was just watching a video on this.
You see that that's stupid. Safety. Are you choosing safety or affordability? You should be choosing Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, ding dong.
Lady was saying that she spent roughly her mortgage of $1,800 last month on groceries. Why are my glasses crooked? Okay. And I remember like a year ago, I made a post. It was probably like my third or fourth most popular post I've ever made, saying that I spent like $1,500 for my family of 4 on groceries, and I got crucified. Some people could relate, some people no. If you spend over $400 a month, you're crazy. $400 a month? Are you shopping at the Dollar Tree?
I'm at the point where I'm about to pick.
That's true. And I'm hearing that they're closing down more Dollar Trees and dollar stores, Family Dollar, all that. That's closing down even more. So you're not going to be able to go get the, I don't shop at 99-cent stores, but my buddy / client does. That's his spot. They get ready to shut that down.
The smallest, countryest town and just up and move. Like, there's no reason why I should have to work 2 jobs to barely be able to survive in Atlanta. Like, I'm ready to go. I used to live in a small town called Moberly, Missouri. It was probably like 5,000 people in that town. It didn't have nothing but Walmart and some hopes and dreams in it. Like, if you got some suggestions on where to move, drop them in the comments below. I'll move tomorrow.
And see, that's the problem with Jake, Eve, Keisha, Latina backsliders, 2/3 Negro Christians. You believe you can escape the curses. It ain't happening, Captain. Most High said that this is part of it. You are this what it says. I'm gonna just quote. It says, hold on. It says, curses shall overtake you. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. It says, this is the curses referring to the Israelites. This is who Moses was talking to. Us, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and Haitians in the wilderness. This is what he told us, and it still applies to this day. Moreover, which means and, all these curses, plagues, insufficiency, lack, manufactured famine, martial law, Jacob's trouble, the purge, high gas prices, high food prices, right? High rent, more unemployment. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, see, and shall pursue thee. So you can lead a country, it doesn't matter, and overtake thee till you be destroyed. Why? Because you hearkeneth not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh your power. You see, you still eat swine's flesh, Jake Eve, Keisha Latina, backslider. You still call on Caesar Borgia, cheese and rice. You still eat swine's flesh. You still commit adultery. You still smoke tobacco, and they increase the nicotine in the tobacco. You still smoking heroin-laced marijuana. That's 10 times more addicting now than heroin. Like I said, you committing adultery. You refuse to lose Caesar Borgia, Christianity, prosperity gospel. Pastor, pervert, bishop, bacon, deacon, dildo don't have the answers. There was an article I read where there's no one is the profession of being a pastor, a Catholic or Christian preacher is diminishing. One, because of the low pay, right? And no one's going to church anymore. What has the church done for us as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, similar to these nations, but made us beta males and lesbians and whores? Nothing. To keep, it says, Deuteronomy 28, verse 45, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. See, you hearken if not unto the voice of the Lord your power. To keep his commandments. See, when you see the fear, see, no one fears the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And if you fear the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you will, to the best of your ability, keep his commandments, have a dietary law, moral law, civil law, right? You keep the high holy days, right? You disrespect, the brothers from the men of Great Millstone and the men of Like Doctrine. We are on the highways and the byways week in and week out, every weekend. But all you 2/3 Jake Negro Christian prosperity gospel lovers, all y'all do is ride right by us. So good for you. Proverbs 1 says, let me get it. It says he's going to laugh at your calamity. So we, in this truth, the hopeful elect men and the 1/3 men, women, and children, the Lord willing part of that number, the true prophets, we are laughing at your calamity. We love it. Why do you think I put hashtag, what did I put? I put hashtag, what did I put? I put hashtag, it ain't showing me. I put judgment, hashtag, priceless. That's what I put. Let's get it. Proverbs 1. This is priceless. Watching you 2/3 Jake Negro Christian Latino backsliders. You refuse to lose Caesar Borgia. You refuse to lose Catholicism and Christianity. We're laughing at your so-called prosperity America. We're laughing at your so-called prosperity gospel. Let me prove that to you. that we're laughing. It says, right, Proverbs 1 verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. So the Most High Yahweh Shai said, I will laugh at your calamity. Well, how much more his men? How much more his prophets? We're laughing at your calamity. No, we don't know what I can't pay. I can't afford my rent. I can't afford this anymore. Good. Should have got into this truth. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Back to the video. I believe this was it. Yep.
How is everyone affording life? Real question. How are you guys doing it? Because my daycare costs the same as our mortgage, which is just wild to me. And I had a crash.
Wait a minute. Your daycare costs as much as your mortgage? To hell with that. You better stay at home and teach your children. How the hell are you paying over $1,000 a month for daycare? What? What? Oh man, I have to because I'm a single mother. Well, it is what it is. A single mother. It is what it is. You better shit, I could have a family member watch the baby for less than that. Daycare is costing people as much as mortgage. I mean, I believe it because out here in California, I think daycare is like damn near $400 a week. So that's $1,600 a month if you're taking your child every day. This shit is crazy. You better make some adjustments.
Out earlier today just about how like really expensive everything really truly is, and I just don't know how you guys are doing it. So I have a corporate 6-figure job. I should be able to afford life. We're not doing anything wrong, just life is expensive. And
look, give Jake, let me speak for myself. Give me a 6-figure job, 6-figure income. Shit, I'm a downgrade. Cause see, I learned in my late 30s, early 40s. I like to see my check. I don't like my check already spent before I get it. I said, I don't like this. Wait, so I gotta wait a minute. How am I working and I can't see my bread? But see, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he thrives off debt. He thinks it's about debt. America is full of debt. How are you having a 6-figure income and you struggling? I know why. You got 2 car notes plus the insurance. You got a boat you got a boat payment. You got maxed out credit cards. You know, you got a daycare that's costing you as much as a mortgage. That's where all your money is going, ding dong. Come on now, use common sense. See, common sense isn't as common as it used to be. These damn phones, we got dumb people using smartphones. This is crazy. Give me a 6-figure income. Man, I'm living like a fat rat. I'm going to go buy me a used car, paid for. Insurance, no more than $100 minimum, $150. And I'm going to pay that. Every time I get paid, I'm going to double up. I'm going to get $300. I'm going to double up on my insurance so I ain't got to worry about it. What else? I'm a downgrade. What do you mean I got 6-figure income coming in and I'm broke? You's a fool. That's mental anguish. That's stress. That's depression. Working, having a 6-figure job and can't see it. What? Making $80K a year and you broke. What? Salakia, Israel. I'm like the spirit still on me from yesterday. Salakia.
a corporate 6-figure job. I should be able to afford life. We're not doing anything wrong, just life is expensive. And I'm the breadwinner in my household. There's this like constant stress, like hanging over my head.
If you're the breadwinner of your home, I mean, there's two incomes coming in. One income should be able to take care of everything. The second income is that's what you live off of. That's what you live off of. One income, we're gonna take care of everything with this one income, and then we're gonna live off the second. That's a no-brainer. Oh no, my money is my money. It is like that. But it's our money. It's where we work individually, but your money is my money. But we come together to pay everything. I'm not gonna how we both have incomes and we both broke. One income should be able to take care of everything, man. Use common sense, man. Damn.
all the time of you got to make more to provide for your family, especially in this day and age. And it's wild because at the same time, I'm stuck in these corporate handcuffs and I am going through burnout. I don't want to continue doing this. I have like the mental load, hanging over my head. I'm trying to be a good mom, let alone like a good wife, daughter, sister, friend, which I'm failing at all of those things, I feel like. And if you have any tips or tricks of how you're getting through, we'd love to connect on them, because
I just gave you some tips and tricks, and I'm going to give you some more tips and tricks. I learned this a long time ago. Listen good. Every time you get paid, if you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, there's a list that you must follow, a checklist. Every time I get paid, I go over this checklist. Listen good. Now, I'm talking to the hopeful elect men and the ones that are men, women, and children, and those that are trying to come into this truth. You can use this as well. Number one, when I get paid, my mind goes to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. What does that mean? My tithes, my offerings. I may want to bless someone. I may be at the supermarket or the grocery store, or the gas station, and someone may ask me for some money. I want to. You have to have income, part of your income, to be a blessing. So you're blessed to be a blessing. So you got to be prepared to be used as a blessing by Yahweh Shai with the income that he gave you. Let me prove this real quick, what I'm talking about. Let's go to Deuteronomy 8. I did not want this to be long, but everything is in the spirit. Deuteronomy 8, verse 18. This is how most people think, but the Most High is going to check that shit. Listen good. Deuteronomy 8, we're going to start at verse 17. Deuteronomy 8, we're going to begin at verse 17. And you say in my heart, this is what most people say that have good jobs and degrees, right? And you say in your heart, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. So you believe that you are the one that got you that job, that 8-figure job, that business, that corporate account, right? But no, the Most High Yahweh gave you the ability, the wisdom, the knowledge, the energy, the effort to get the business, to get the degree, to get the 8-figure income, right? And you say in your heart, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. That's very arrogant and disrespectful to the power of the universe. His name is Yahweh. His son is Yahweh Shai. Verse 18, Deuteronomy 8. But you shall remember the Lord Yahweh, your power. So regardless of how you feel, Jake, Jakey, Keisha, Latino, Christian, Esau, Ammon, Moab, anyone, if you got money, a business, degrees, the Most High Yahweh allowed you to get it. But you say, in my hand and my might has gotten me this power. Verse 18 said, but you shall remember the Lord Yahweh, your power. Now, of course, he's referring to the Israelites now. For it is he, Yahweh, that giveth thee the power to get wealth. You see, so whatever money the Most High has blessed Kawas with, he gave it to me. And he's going to explain why he gives us the finances. For it is he that gives thee power to get wealth. Listen, that he may establish his covenant. Not, well, brother, I want to increase here. I want to get another business. I want to buy a home in St. Bart's. I want to. No. You got money to establish his covenant. And when you use your money to establish his covenant, he keeps the money coming. That's why you're struggling mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially with the 8-figure income, because you're not using the money to establish his covenant. Jake E, Keisha, Latino, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore unto your fathers as it is this day. Let's keep going. Listen, Deuteronomy 8, verse 19. And it shall be, that's a prophecy guarantee, if you do at all forget the Lord Yahweh your power. Remember the list that I mentioned a moment ago? Number one, every time I get paid, my mind goes to Yahweh. This is the money for the brothers. This is the money for the tithe. This is the money for the apostles. This is the money to bless someone with. Because someone's going to ask Kawas for money. Say, brother, can I borrow 20? Say, brother, can you help me with some gas? Someone. You got to have that money on the side ready for that. That's the first thing I think about. Let's keep going. Deuteronomy 8, verse 19. And it shall be, if you do at all forget the Lord Yahweh your power, and that's what most people do when they get paid, that's the last thing they're thinking about is the Most High. And walk after other powers, and that other powers is you, and serve them, you serve you. You're thinking about what you could do with your money, how much drugs you can get, how many women you can get, how drunk you going to get, what you going to buy, and worship them. I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish, die, not just physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. So back to my list. When I get paid, the first thing I think about is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, the tithes, the offerings to the brotherhood, to the camp leader, to the brothers, and to the elder apostles. So 1A. So that's number one. 1A is my rent. I live in an apartment. That's the first thing my mind go to is rent. So that's 1A. So after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is 1A is rent. Number 2 is food. Food. You got to have food in the house you just paid the rent in. Number 3 is gas or your transportation. Some of you don't have a car. So you got to have money to catch the bus, to catch the train, to get the Uber, right? To get to work, to make the money, to pay the rent, to get the food, to pay the rent, right? Number 4 is your bills. So bills is number 4 on the list. Not number 1, not number 2. Bills is number 4. Then number 5 is miscellaneous. Things you may need, toiletries, some underwear, some whatever. Do you know? Okay. So number 1 is Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. Number 1A is your rent or your mortgage. Number 2 is food. Number 3 is gas or transportation. If your car need oil change, you need a tire, whatever you need to pay your car note, whatever is the car or gas or your transportation to get to work. Number 4 is your bills. The number 5 is miscellaneous. So let's go over it again. So let's say you get paid again, right? You go over the list again. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, rent. Well, wait a minute. Rent is paid. Okay, hold on. Wait. Rent's already paid. Okay, well, let me get some food. Okay, I get a little bit more food, spend another 50, 60, 70 bucks on some food. Okay. Gas or the car. Okay, the car is taken care of. I got my bus money. I got my train money. I got my Uber money. Okay, wait a minute, I'm winning. Okay, now bills. Wait a minute, I paid my bills. Oh, hold now. I'm seeing my money now. You see? That's how you stay ahead of Esau Edom's system. Not doing your own thing. Not putting the Most High first. And when you put the Most High first, he keeps the money coming. That's why he said in Deuteronomy 8, verse 18, he said, but you shall remember the Lord Yahweh your power. So regardless of how you feel, you're going to have to put the Most High first because he gave you the money. He gave you the ability to get the money. You shall remember the Lord Yahweh your power. I'm in Deuteronomy 8, verse 18. For it is he that giveth thee the power to get wealth. Point blank, period. Comma. And here's why he gave you the ability to get the wealth. That he may establish his covenant. So this money that the Most High blesses me with, is to establish his covenant. That's why number one is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, my tithe, my offerings, my blessing. Blessed to be a blessing. Back to the video.
It's wild. Hang in there.
Turns out the government tracks a lot of data.
and it's scattered all over the place. Data on
Lot.
jobs.
Have a good day.
More people are relying on credit cards right now just to cover everyday expenses, not emergencies, everyday life.
He's right. He's right that people are relying on credit cards. And it was just an article that came out. No, it was a video we saw where the congressman was saying that that credit card, he's like the treasurer or something like that. I think he's a treasurer. He was saying that credit card use has increased, which is good. People believe that that's good, that credit card. So they're saying, so America really isn't broke. They're using credit cards so that you are broke. So credit really isn't money, that you're borrowing it. So he's right. A lot of people are using credit. The local grocery store here in my city, they don't accept credit. You can't use a credit card there. I remember one day I was in there, in line, got my debit card out, and it was an Edomite couple in front of me, old Edomite couple too. They had some little knick-knack paddywhack stuff. They didn't have no more than $30 worth of stuff. And she tried to use her credit card. And the cashier said, "Ma'am, we don't take credit." So she had to leave the items there. So people are using credit to get $25, $30, $40 worth of groceries, bro.
So now it's not just expensive. People are going into debt just trying to live.
Hey,
How much more overdraft fee? How much more overdraft fees? The average bank, Chase, Wells Fargo, B of A, USA Bank, you name it. The average bank makes an additional $20 million a year off overdraft fee. And if y'all been watching any of my videos, I told you before, I learned that a long time ago. I don't like overdraft fee. It was maybe about 13 years ago. I think I spent it cost me damn near $700 that year. $500 to $700 that year on overdraft. I said, "Oh, hell no." So I went to NetSpend. I went NetSpend, bro. I ain't got no major bank. I don't have no Zip. I got Chime, but I don't really keep no money on that too much. But I don't have no major bank, and I'm proud of it. I don't give a damn how you feel. No, I don't have an account with B of A. No, I don't have an account with Chase. No, I don't have an account with Wells Fargo. No. Now, NetSpend do allow you to have an overdraft. I don't want it. If I don't have it, then damn it, I don't need it. I'm not about to pay $30 in gas, right? I put $30 of gas in my car, but it cost me $30 in overdraft. So really, that gas cost me $60. Hell no. I'm gonna walk by faith. I'm tired of. I don't do overdraft fees. It's a wrap. I learned that a long time ago. I don't like to give Esau nothing extra. I got a couple parking tickets earlier this year. I was hot. And I'll make sure I'm not out there on a Thursday anymore, giving Esau $85. No, I'm sorry. It's $85 if you don't pay it on time. Shit. Excuse my French, man. You better hold on to your bread for the Most High to be a blessing, to be a blessing. How can I be a blessing when I'm broke? Excuse my enthusiasm.
So, Rook, I want to revisit this whole this conversation about rent, right? A couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a month ago, I had made a post talking about how rent being $1,500 a month is too expensive, to the average person's standard, right? And there's people that will argue that $1,500 for rent is cheap and blah blah blah. Again, it's all subjective, but let me put it to you this way: the best way to look at this, the most philosophical way to look at this, right? If it is that you get paid every week, right, your rent should not be more than your paycheck. So if your rent is $1,500 a week, $1,500 a month, then your paycheck must be at least $2,000 a week. Not too many people are making that. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people are making that, and they're especially not making that off of a 40-hour week. Like that, it's just not happening. You understand what I'm saying? So again, Unless you're making $2,000 a week, your rent should not be $1,500 a month. You understand what I'm saying? Because it should not. One paycheck should not be less or even the same as your rent. You know what I'm saying? It should not take accumulatively a few paychecks or a couple of paychecks for you to pay your rent. That's the point that I'm trying to make to y'all. I can guarantee you that the average person cannot name 2 or 3 people who make $2,000 a week. So let's just stop this argument. You understand what I'm saying? Again, rent, the bottom line is rent shouldn't be as high as it is. You know what I'm saying? Your life should not be based off of you working just to keep a roof over your head, especially when you're not even going to spend enough time under that roof to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Like, rent should not be fucking more than $500 to $1,000. I don't care how beautiful the apartment is. You know what I'm saying? Rent should not take up, a big portion of your monthly earnings. So if it's $1,500 and you make $6,000 a month, then that means your rent is a fourth. It's 25% of what you make. That's crazy.
It's a lot. Commercials.
So I saw one of the comments on my videos that said we're doing everything right and we're still falling behind, we're still failing, and that's the part people are finally starting to wake up to, because this isn't about bad decisions anymore. This is about people. It's not about people being irresponsible. It's about the math simply not working the way it used to. And when you break
right, and the math is not working because you're not putting the Most High first, and it's a spirit of debt in this country. I told you, this generation believe it's okay to be in debt. Debt is a curse. The scripture says, owe no man nothing but to love him. Now, of course, we got to pay our bills, so we owe the people things and companies things, but that's it. What did I say a moment ago, man? Well, I learned that in my late 30s, early 40s. Bro, I don't like paying nothing other than the basics, my utilities and things of that nature. I don't even like car notes. I live in California where there's more cars than any other state. Where is it written that I have to have a car note, bro? And the average car note is, it used to be $750 a month, the average car note. Now the average car note is $1,000. So guess what? Repossession is high. And this damn devil, his vehicles cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Why should a car cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, bro? Every car should be under 10 grand. I don't give a damn if it's a Bentley, Rolls Royce, Mercedes. It don't matter. No car should cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Can I sleep in that car? Can I take a shower in that vehicle? No, it's just a car, and I'm paying $1,000 a month just to drive, not including insurance. Come on now. It's called common sense, but common sense isn't as common as it used to be.
It down, it becomes really fucking obvious why people feel stuck. The average household now needs somewhere in the range of, $75,000 to $80,000 just to cover basic living expenses in many parts of Canada. And that's not luxuries. That's, housing, food, transportation, childcare, basics, and yet a huge percentage of people are either at that level or below it, which means there's no margin, there's no buffer. And when there's no buffer, every unexpected expense becomes a problem, like a car repair, a utility spike, a grocery bill that's higher than expected. And it all adds up. And, at the same time, you have record household debt levels pushing past, $2.5 trillion, which tells you something else. People aren't just cutting back. They're bridging the gap with credit. And that works for a while until it doesn't. And that's where the pressure really starts to build, because now it's not just a matter of making ends meet. It's about managing the cost of trying to make ends meet.
And that goes to that credit. Most people their bedroom furniture is on credit. They get it from rent to own. Their living room furniture is on credit. They paying that. Their clothes is on credit. Everything they got in the house is on credit. Do you own anything? I remember one day, it was an old Edomite. He told me this, an old Edomite. He said, learn how to save. And I mean, I felt him because, I'm young, but you guys are younger. So I grew up in a generation where it wasn't like this. So we had to save back, and our parents had to save. So I kind of rubbed off on me. So when he told me that, I understood it. He said, learn how to save your money. He said, if you want a car, save the money for it. If you want a car, save the money. If a car costs 10 grand, okay, learn how to save up 5,000 and put that down and then pay it off as soon as you can. Learn how to save some money, but nobody want to save now. I'll just run my credit. That's a bad idea. Credit cards should be for emergencies only. Maybe vacations, you want to, book a room or go. That's it. Credit cards should not be for Christmas gifts and birthdays and Mother's Day and groceries. But everything Jakey, Keisha Latino, Esau Moab have is on credit. The clothes, their furniture, their car.
And what's frustrating for a lot of people is that they've already made the adjustments they were told to make. They've cut subscriptions, they've reduced spending, they're, fucking couponing, they're delayed purchasing. They've done everything that falls under the category of being responsible, and it still feels tight.
You know why? It goes back to Deuteronomy 8, verse 18. You're not putting the Most High first. He gave you the ability to get the wealth so that he can establish his covenant. If your money is not going into advertising this knowledge, this truth, if your money is not going into ushering in the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, it's not going to work out right. You're always going to have a mental issue, emotional issue, financial issue, because you're not putting the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai first. It'd be like holes in your pockets.
And that's where the disconnect is happening, because the advice people are getting doesn't fucking match the reality they're living in. And when those two things line up, it creates frustration, not because people don't want to take responsibility, but because they feel like they already are and it's still not enough. And that's why you're seeing more conversations around this, more people speaking up, more people saying this doesn't feel right, because it isn't just an individual issue anymore, okay? It's something broader. It's something structural. And you don't have to look very far to see it. You see it in rising rents. You see it in grocery bills that keep creeping up. You see it in people working full-time and still feeling like they're just holding on. And that's not what most people signed up for when they were building their lives, right? They expected a certain degree of stability. If they worked hard, if they put in the effort and they, and they were responsible, they expected that effort would lead to some level of security. And right now that equation feels off. And when that equation feels off, people start questioning everything. Not, in a dramatic way, but in a very practical way. Like, how the fuck do I actually get ahead if this is the baseline now? And that's the question more and more people are asking quietly, consistently, and, with a level of frustration that, quite frankly, is hard to ignore.
Okay. Let's get a couple precepts. Hey, y'all. Shalom on the comment board. The brother King Rayab, GMS Drive for Masters 144. Subscribe and be edified. He put up Luke 6, verse 24, and it reads, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." And that's the billionaire banking families, the Rothschilds, the DuPont, the Bilderbergs. Verse 25, "Woe unto you that are full, for you shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." And that's any day now, guarantee, can't wait. Book it. Esau, Edom's kingdom shall be taken away from him, strong arm from him, in 1 hour by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. Luke 21, verse 25, same brother. "And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars. And upon the earth," ding, 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 "and upon the earth," he's backing me up with that 2nd Esdras 6, verse 39, where it says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." That was 2nd Esdras 16, verse 39. Back to the comment board, King Rayab, GMS Drive for Masters 144. Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs of the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth, ding, 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 distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and waves roaring. And he put up the definition for distress. G4912, restraint, woo, anxiety, anxious all the time, can't sit still. And anxiety goes into not having any faith. You're faithless, anguish, and distress. Let me get another precept and let me get another video. Bear with me. Let's go to, let's stay in the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 12 through 14. 2nd Esdras 15 in the Apocrypha, verse 12 through 14. And it reads, Egypt shall mourn. Modern day America with a triple K is modern day Egypt is America with a triple K. Modern day Egypt is America with a triple K. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment. And I told you that plague is the high gas prices now, let alone what's coming in the future of World War III, pestilence, insufficiency, lack, death, ICB and thermonuclear missile fire. But right now, the modern plague is the high gas prices, high food prices, high rent prices, unemployment. So let's read it again. 2nd Esdras 15, verse 12 in the Apocrypha. Egypt shall mourn. That's America with a triple K now. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague of high gas prices, high food prices, high rent prices, and punishment. That's that anxiety. That's that distress that Yahweh shall bring upon it. Ding, ding, ding. See? So there's nothing you can do about it, Jake. Jake E. Keisha Latino, Christian. 13th verse, 2nd Esdras 15. They that till the ground shall mourn. Those are the modern day farmers, right? Let alone modern day employers. I'm sorry, Slocky, modern day employees, but definitely the farmers. And I just read that article. Where did I bring it out? Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Where it said, it said that damn, I don't even know where I did with it. I guess I got rid of it, but it was talking about that Washington Post. Let me see if I can grab that. No, I'm not gonna be able to get it, but it was saying that in Asia, damn, let me see, Slocky Israel. But I brought an article out earlier. Damn, I ain't got it up no more. Let me see. It was in the Washington Post. Hold on. It was the Washington Post. Let me get it one more time just to get back to the Washington Post right here. Here it is. Iran war is crushing Asia's farmers. Those are the ones that till the ground. We just read right here in 2nd Esdras 15, verse 13. They that till the ground, the farmers, shall mourn. Why? The war, the Iran war is crushing Asia's farmers, threatening global food. How much more in America with a triple K? Egypt. Remember it said Egypt shall mourn, right? 2nd Esdras 15, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn. The farmers are complaining of the high prices of fertilizer. For their seeds shall fail. That's coming. That's the famine. Through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. 14th verse, 2nd Esdras 15. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Back to another video. Let's see, is this the one? Yeah, let's get this one. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Copyright Act of 1976.
So many Americans already believe that we are in a recession. They believe that the recession started a long time ago. They believe that the economy is currently crashing, and they are not listening to what you hear on the news. They are going online and they are sharing personal stories and showing the hardships right now that they are witnessing and what they're going through.
My mom asked me, "Oh, what are you going to have for dinner tonight?" I said, I'm not sure yet. I don't know how to tell her that I have just been eating cheese every single night for the past week, because this random guy that I had met at the John Summit concert sent me 3 blocks of cheese and 3 bags of cheese curds, shipped. So I don't know how safe that is, but that's kind of where my life is, that I have just been eating cheese for almost all my meals. So
I work at a dental office and people keep mass canceling their appointments because everyone keeps losing their insurance coverage. Gee, I wonder what that could mean.
Everybody has their own personal recession indicator, and for me, it is my willingness to now do a return. Like now, I need every single coin. To the point where my bathroom renovation has finished and the guys had a little leftover tile. I am now at Floor & Decor because I'm going to be returning these individual pieces of tile because they told me that I could. Everyone in the store is staring at me because they've got about 20 minutes until they close, so I gotta be quick. I don't think I needed this much, honestly, but...
How is everyone struggling at the same time right now? Like, I'm looking around and it's not just one group of people. It's people with degrees. It's people with jobs. It's people doing everything that they're supposed to be doing and still barely getting by.
We are 100% in a recession right now. In 2008, I was a personal trainer and I noticed these 2 signs, which are actually happening right now. I just left the gym at 9:30 on a Tuesday morning and it is absolutely packed with middle-aged men and women. So naturally, I strike up a conversation with 2 guys in the sauna and they said both. They're like separate people, like didn't even come together. They said, yeah, I'm in between jobs. I got impacted by the tech layoffs. The other sign is personal trainers just sitting around the front desk or training each other or staff members. This happened in 2008 when clients basically kind of dried up. No one was paying for personal training because it was an extra expense. The trainers just kind of sat around the front desk, started to check people in and tried to hold on to their job as much as they could, but they're not making any sort of money. So they start training themselves and other staff members. The government is lying to us about these unemployment numbers because I know for a fact that in 2008, this exact trend happened. Foreclosures were up, car repossessions were up, the gyms were packed with people with nothing to do in the middle of the day, personal training was down. You can listen to whatever unemployment data you want that the government spews out, but I know for a fact something's going on.
My least favorite recession indicator is that people don't leave their quarters in the Aldi carts anymore.
Recession indicator I haven't seen anybody address is at the gym. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore. It's always busy. It's just busy. Nobody's supposed to be anywhere no more. Nobody has jobs. Nobody has jobs. So it's just we're all here. And the people who do have jobs, they're on their Teams call, but ignoring it. It's muted, camera off. So like they're here, but you're really at work.
I have been getting a tattoo every year for my birthday since I turned 18. I turned 26 in a few weeks, and this is the first year I simply cannot afford to spare $300 for a tattoo.
I just donated plasma for the first time, and what the was that? What was that? Let me explain my situation a little bit here. Okay, so I've been a stay-at-home mom for a year. The bills are paid, our bills are paid. Just starting to get there's a little bit less money left over at the end of the month every month, and I don't like that. So I went and got a part-time job, but I still just want a little bit more. Got an ad, a targeted ad on Instagram, hey, donate your plasma, and I was like, okay, what do you do with it? Actually, I don't care. Just take it. I don't give a fuck. $575, that's incredible. Where do I sign? The girl comes over. She doesn't think I have good veins. She does not. She sticks me. I got a hematoma. Allegedly. That's what this paper says. This paper says home.
People are giving up their plasma for cash. God damn.
Pair of hematomas. She explained it like not a big deal. I'm thinking skill issue. Somebody else said I had good veins, and then all of a sudden I didn't have good veins. And then I got a hematoma. She's saying maybe it was because I didn't drink enough water. I lied a little bit. I was like, I drink so much water every day, which is true. But yesterday, now that I think about it, I kind of slacked off a little bit. So she's like, you're welcome to come back another day. And I will. And I will be coming back.
I think we're past the point of the news and the government being able to gaslight Americans about the current state of our economy, which is finally, because for the longest time, y'all were believing that, oh no, the economy's fine. Babe, the economy has been not fine. What they won't tell you is that we are pretty deep into depression territory. I mean, jobs are nowhere to be found. I mean, of course, if you still want a job, you can find a job, but it's going to be tough. There's just not as many jobs as there were, and jobs ain't paying shit. The price of gas is high as giraffe ass, and of course, food has gotten into astronomical territory. Even when I go out, I'm like, damn, drinks are now $20. If you want an alcoholic beverage, salads are $20, spaghetti is $20, $30, burgers are $20, $30.
cheap food has now gotten like just out of hand. But also here in Austin, like, why are people robbing Macy's? Why are people robbing Round Rock outlets? Like, you know, they used to say like thieves don't rob empty houses. Well, now they do. What is going on? Like, you came out in the rain to rob a store at the driving older vehicles. Gold, like, no, baby, blickies, because people are gonna be robbing their lies. Stay woke.
Can we normalize driving older vehicles? I have a 2010 Toyota Tundra that I absolutely love. Check engine lights on, but she's got 410,000 miles on her. And you know what? She gets me to and from, and she's paid for. I'd love a brand new vehicle, don't get me wrong. But this one works just fine. I don't want the payments. I don't want to have to pay for the insurance. I don't want that added expense in my life when everything else is so damn expensive.
Why would an 18-19?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to fast forward this video just a little bit. Bear with me.
That I have seen in the past since 2010 forward when I got into real estate. This doesn't necessarily apply to real estate. It's how rude people become.
As $5 a gallon, but it's going to get even worse. Things in the near term, the oil crunch happened. Okay, oil will be very, very expensive, probably all-time highs.
That's enough of that. Let me get this my TikTok stuff, and I'm out. Let me go to what I want right here. Let's go to a couple of TikTok videos, and I'm Audi 5000. Check out the gas prices here. Right here. Look at this.
All right, now we are in.
Look at this. Where are they at? $9.79. Might as well say $9.80. Just round off to $10. She's going to explain where she's at. Somewhere in California.
At Naja's High Sierra Desert Oasis, and these are the gas prices here.
$10 a gallon. My goodness. Hold on. Let's get this one. Bear with me. I did that one. Let's get this one. This is in Cali. Southern, somewhere in Los Angeles. $8.71 a gallon. Okay. Uh-oh. Now let's get this one right here, and I'm done with the video after this.
Every day, every week is going up. It's supposed to go every day, every week is going up. It's supposed to go down, but it's going up.
One driver summing up the frustration of so many Bay Area drivers. Gas prices on the rise again. A spike overnight has pushed prices at some South San Francisco stations to almost $8 a gallon. All right, thanks for joining us today. I'm Kristen Z.
And I'm Amanda Del Castillo. Yeah, gas prices, they are soaring once again as crude oil prices spiked overnight because of the war with Iran.
And as you just saw, one Bay Area gas station is charging a shocking $7.89 a gallon. California's average has climbed to $6.13 a gallon, and prices in the Bay Area are trending even higher. Drivers in San Jose paying a penny more at $6.14, in Oakland $6.19, and San Francisco's average is higher at $6.34 a gallon. ABC 7 Eyewitness News reporter Zach Fuentes has a closer look at the astonishing prices we're seeing.
Soaring gas prices continue to drain wallets across the country, and prices likely won't drop anytime soon.
We could be seeing a national average rise to $4.55 to $4.75 by the time Memorial Day rolls around.
Word about California's especially high gas prices has spread, according to this New Mexico family filling up their rental car in South City.
Well, when you were coming here to California, did you know to expect higher prices?
Oh yeah, we were expecting about $8 a gallon.
It's not quite that high, but at this Valero near SFO, which typically has higher prices, gas is $7.69 for regular. Still, that price is arguably a bargain compared to what we found just up the street at another notorious airport gas station. Prices at this Shell station in South City almost painful to look at. $7.89 for a gallon of regular diesel, $8.99. And during peak commute times in the morning, we saw very few cars coming to get gas at this station. Most of the cars we did see come through were people in work vehicles, and the drivers we spoke with didn't want to go on camera, but said they were only here because the company was paying. Some telling us they would never stop at this gas station using their own money. Further down the peninsula, gas prices are about $1 less than those South City stations, but at $6.69, this Uber driver says it's still a financial hit.
Every day, every week is going up. It's supposed to go down.
He said he fills up sometimes 2 to 3 times a day, costing him well over $100. He tells us he's now
You see how he has his phone in his hand? Do not pump gas with your phone in your hand. That is a no-no. It can cause a fire. Do not pump gas with your phone in your hand. Leave it in your vehicle or put it in your pocket. I would leave it. Just leave it in your vehicle. Do not pump gas with your phone in your hand.
considering buying a hybrid, an option he said he's forced to weigh, as experts say it's unclear when prices could go down.
If the strait remains closed, into the month of June, I think by July 4, we'll be at all-time record highs.
Still, drivers remaining optimistic.
I hope, soon we're going to get better.
In South City, Zach Fuentes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, let me get a couple of these precepts, and I'm Audi 5000. Let's get this. This is Amos 5. Amos 5, verse 16 and 17. Amos chapter 5, verse 16 and 17. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, angels in heaven and the armies of heaven and the armies of earth. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, says thus, wailing, that's not good, shall be in all streets of America, of the earth, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning. And the ultimate husbandman is Yahweh Bashim, is Yahushua. But most of you 2/3 Jake Negro Christian Latino backsliders, you don't call on the true husbandmen. You call on Cesare Bourget, cheese and rice, Caesar Bourget, Ahia Ashaya, Yeshua Yahuwah, Yah, Jehovah. And you're going to call on the husbandmen. You're going to be calling on the wrong husbandmen, but you're going to be calling on the husbandmen eventually, Yahweh Shai, to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing, the prophets. You're going to be calling Kawas, Rayab, Yawasap, Yeramya, Mawatazak, Tahar. You're going to be calling on the prophets, man. When shit get tighter. Amos 5, verse 17. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through, says the Lord Yahweh. And that's what's happening now. That was Amos 5, verse 16 and 17. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 5, verse 15 through 17. Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 15 through 17. The joy of our heart is ceased. Your heart is your mind. Jake, Keisha Latina, backslider, even Edomites are through. Their heart is ceased. Their mind is ceased. The joy of their mind, heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. 16th verse, Lamentation 5. The crown is fallen from our head here in America with a triple K. Woe unto us that we have sinned. You American 2/3 Jake Negro Christian prosperity gospel lover, Caesar Bourget lover, you have sinned against the power of the Hebrews, Yahweh and Yahushua, by sinning, committing adultery, calling on Cesare Bourget, cheese and rice, eating swine's flesh, right? Lamentations 5, verse 17. For this our heart is faint. For this our heart is faint. For the sin that you continually do, the iniquity, for these things our eyes are dim. That was Lamentation 5, verse 15 through 17. Isaiah 32 and 12. They shall lament for teats. Teats are the provisions. Teats are the low gas prices, the low rent, the low food, the low cost of living. You shall lament for teats, for the pleasant fields. Bring back those days. Bring back the good old days. For the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So you're lamenting now for the teats, the provision, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. That was Isaiah 32 and 12. Last but not least, Isaiah 24, verse 10 and 12. No, slack it. Isaiah 24, verse 10 and 11, and I'm out. The city of confusion is broken down. America with a triple K is the city of confusion, and it is broken down. Finally, the city of confusion is broken down. Isaiah 24 and 10. Every house is shut up, unemployment at an all-time high, that no man may come in. 11th verse, Isaiah 24. There is crying for wine in the street. People need joy, excitement, money, food, employment, housing. There is crying for wine in the streets. All joy, that's the wine, is darkened. Call all you how about you now, Shah. The mirth of the land of America with a triple K is gone. This has been Depression Indicator with your brother Kawas Malak, King Rayab, and the brothers on the comment board. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Barakathah Barakathum Malakim to you and your household. Pray for me, I'm praying for you. Barakatah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. To the next one, Israel. To you, I say Shalom and Abad Babal DTA. One more video, and I'm out. We got next. The water for listening. Let me get this copyright going.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You want to subscribe to this video I'm about to play. It's Manatazak Banyamyan 144. Subscribe and be edified. Thank you for listening.
Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You got to remember, brothers, sisters, dealing with the brothers mainly because, we're the teachers, that we're about to enter into greatness, into glory, So what we're going through right now are the proving grounds to enter into glory, This is why the Lord is going to change our bodies. He's going to change our minds. He's going to put his laws into our inward parts once he takes his stony heart out and puts the fleshly heart in, because we're going to enter into greatness. This is just trials and tribulations, to get there.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in
Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Once again, you want to watch that video, subscribe to Manatazak Bunyamyan 144. Subscribe and be edified. To the next one is Rayel. To you, I say Shalom and Abba Babal DTA. We got next.